Well, hello, one and all in one. It's me, Ellen, and...
Oh, it's me, Chris.
That's right. And we are heading to Grout's mansion. What a name.
Yeah. What a name.
It's definitely a name.
It is. Because
Grout.
the Primogen's gone missing.
Yes, the Malkavian Primogen. Straight into a cutscene. Cool. This is a very cool...
What are you doing here?
Yo,
Out
what's up?
now.
Well, are you looking into the disappearance as well?
You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
What's inside? Oh.
Huh. That was weird.
It was. Where'd he go?
He just left.
Okay. He seemed a bit out of sorts. Yeah, no duh. Interesting. Ooh.
You just got caught on some textures there.
Okay. I thought the game was just like stuttering. I'm just gonna have a look around, see that there's...
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. Oh. Can you see why Animal Crossing is one of my favorite games?
I can, yeah.
You just look around and things
Yeah.
are nice. Ooh, look at that moon. That's beautiful. I mean, you probably know, but there's there's nothing probably that exciting to look at.
There might be. I don't know. I don't really explore around this area.
Oh.
So, you know, you and I have very different ways of approaching games.
We do.
I kind of like speed through everything and
Oh no, I love to
try and figure out how the game works in the
Suck it.
background of it.
Ridiculous.
Like why it's operating the way it is. And
Oh god, I'm snagged on something. Oh god.
what are you doing?
I can't move. I'm snagged. Okay,
It's just
there we
those.
go.
It's those textures there.
Okay. We good. Is it a bird? No.
It's a rat.
Oh, it's a rat. Hi. Hi, rat. I feel like maybe I want to do this.
Okay.
Well, a pretty formidable vampire just said, "Don't go in there," and here I am, a dumbass vampire.
A neonate.
He
Yeah.
completely. Ooh. Is that a knife you got? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I guess.
Hey, that's a person.
What's mask? Hi. Oh shoot. That's. Hey. What the heck? The flippin' heck? Oh, is that me? That's her. She just attacked me.
Yeah, she did.
What the heck?
Yeah, I know. It's because you got right up in her face, probably.
What? She was crying.
Yeah, and you got right up in her face.
Yeah, I wanted to ask her why she was crying.
Why do you think she was crying?
I don't know, because she was going to stab me.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh dear. Is it going to be like this the whole way? Oh no.
Who can say?
You can, but you won't.
I can. I won't. I refuse to. Because that would be shitty for you.
Would it?
Yeah, if I just told you what was coming. If I just gave you, like, spoilers for the game.
Sometimes it's about the journey, Chris.
Yes, that's right. I want to save that journey for you. Ooh, quest log updated.
Let's have a look at that. Something about it doesn't feel quite right.
Yeah, weird.
This knife that is penetrating my body, it don't feel right.
All those clocks.
Are they... Now I wonder if they are going to attack me. Unless I get up in their face. What about you? Okay, you're... Oh, Jesus Christ. Where's my siren? There it is. You are a vampire. Oh, and it's not... But you are not? This is strange. This is very strange.
They might be ghouls or just people.
Maybe.
Who can say?
Like I said, you could, but...
I could, yeah, absolutely.
Now... Is this... I guess the Malkavians are... Ooh.
It is quite peculiar, the happenings I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I am thinking of one unfortunate phenomenon in particular, of unique interest to my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition.
I like his voice.
It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of my chosen course of study, for the methodologies that gave birth to psychology are slowly disappearing. I find myself in an era that overlooks the physical component of psychological pathology time and again in favor of the sophistic practices of Freud. Phrenology, dactopintilism, and the rest of the old guard has fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception. Would that I could make my voice heard again, although it may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years after my apparent death. No, better that I continue my studies into the psychoses in secret. One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition, or that of my beloved wife, lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhoods. And I'm most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my genitals. Sorry, Sigmund, but I choose to stay my course. In time, too, may your star fade and disappear.
Well, they're all wrong. Because no one really uses Freud anymore.
It's really bizarre, Ellen. Sorry, can you just go back?
Yeah.
Just, like, that piece of art you chose not to look at all.
I am looking at it, but I...
Like, not... Like, that's... For me, like, that's the most apparent thing in the room.
Yeah.
That I would be looking at deeply.
I am looking at it, but I kind of didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a nut house. I say that with all respect, as a mentally ill person myself. But I mean, it's an old school, like... Victorian era levels of medicine nut house. He believes he can free people from their psychosis.
Maybe he can.
No, because clearly all the people around have been horrifically abused in some way and have lost their mental faculty. That's why they're sobbing and attacking. So that's no bueno.
That's no bueno.
And also, no one uses Freud anymore.
See, that's not true.
Really?
I have a nurse friend who literally got told to use Freud.
What?
Yes.
Ridiculous.
So, I agree.
A nurse, though?
Yeah.
Or maybe I skipped past. There were some other rooms I probably should have gone into. But you know what? I'm here now.
You are here now.
You're turning on that light? Those lights. Let's have a listen to this. What do you got to say, Grout?
Another unfortunate casualty to tide of time, insane asylums. I lament their loss not only as brokerage houses for the breadth and depth of human psychoses, but also I shall mourn the disappearance of that peculiar environment present only in an insane asylum. That palpable atmosphere of blistered brains and churning bowels, the odoriferous melange of freely flowing bodily humors, that gently rolling cacophony of distant sobs and screams, the muttered cursing at perceived enemies, and the blissful gurgling of the lobotomized, like a newborn babe discovering the sky. I shall still find test subjects as surely as I find bloody sustenance in the night, but this climate, I fear, may never be replicated.
It's very interesting. I have a whole book on Bedlam, as in, you know, the asylum.
Yes.
Perception at once shapes the mind and rules over time. Time, however, erodes human perception and then in turn warps the mind. The mind is capricious, having various effects on perception, time, and the mind itself. With harmony, progress is made. That is true. You know, like, time, people talk about it, like, the older you get, time seems to move very quickly. When you were a kid, like, a year was forever, and now it's just, like, gone in the blink of an eye. Yeah, it's all about how you perceive things. So, what does this open? Did that do anything?
It turned off the lamp, that's for sure.
He's turning on that one. There we are. This reminds me a lot of American McGee's Alice. The style.
I haven't played it.
Well, obviously, that is like taking place. That the concept is that Alice Liddell, the real life inspiration for Alice, is hospitalized because her house burnt down.
All right.
With all of her family inside.
That's a locked thing. You
I
can't get up there just yet.
Okay. Well, I probably shouldn't have gone to this room right away.
Oh, no, you unlocked a thing. Just not in this room. It was another door that's now opened. Yeah, that's what that cutscene was.
Yes, but I thought I could also get in there.
Oh, right.
Did I try getting in here?
You didn't try, I don't think.
Oh, I don't.
Is it
I
locked?
can't. Yeah,
Oh,
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a weird area of Oh, were these green before?
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. Because I guess people legitimately did think they were doing, or some did anyway, thought that they were doing this for the good of the patients. Oh, but she is going to attack me after. And that it's that kind of, you know, spare the rod kind of approach. That anything, no matter what kind of suffering, is better than the perceived state of the patient. But then, of course, that all depends on what you see is not in keeping with society, because, you know, I have, you know, depression and anxiety, so it could be said that I would be hospitalized, but also just certain things is like, you know, believing as a woman that I have a right to certain freedoms the same as men. That was enough to get you in an asylum, or just having a kind of melancholy disposition. So it's like it's hard, and it's kind of coming down to that, like, how do you trust when someone doesn't seem to be of the same mental faculty as you perceive them to be?
Yeah.
It's rough, and it's been I guess a source of enlightenment through some horrific stuff.
The stuff you want is back there. The candlestick on the left-hand side. The head in, not candlestick, the lamp. Go further into the room.
Yeah. Having a look.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's just it's very interesting. And very
and
sad.
that opened the staircase.
Oh, yes. Alright, well, I know that there's... But maybe she won't attack me just yet. No, be all good. Yeah, because it's like... No, oh, fuck. No matter how much good I would think I was doing someone, I could not see them suffer, you know, in a water tank, or, you know, shove an ice pick down their face.
Well, sorry, what are we talking about?
Mental practices in the Victorian era.
Ah.
A lobotomy is that.
Well, it's, yeah, you put a surgical
Often I
implant up their
reflect
nose.
with great
Yeah.
regret on the missed opportunity that was
It
my
was an ice
protector.
pick.
Had I
Oh,
been
right.
Back in the day,
conscious of
yeah.
The attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. What I would give for just one interview, a few simple questions of the plague-ridden woman who met her end that dawn. Of course, there is no guarantee she would have been any more helpful than my current crop of test subjects, mewling wretches. Few could be called enthusiastic. Given the nature of the tests, I cannot expect the same fervor from all, but a modicum of cooperation would be appreciated. Animals.
Yeah.
The one called John went so far as to gnaw off his arm and escape into the floorboards like some feral rodent. I
Feral?
still hear him scurrying about at night. He must be making an atrocious mess in there.
Yeah. Do you see what I mean? It's all. Oh, this is very cool. I do like this aesthetic of the. Maybe I am akin to a Malkavian in some ways. I do agree that the aesthetic of an asylum is very captivating. His wife.
Or maybe.
Yeah, but it also depends
studies
on
proceed at a languid
you
pace.
thinking that you're
I'm mired in a
superior.
foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence.
Yeah, he thinks he is superior than the people he's meant to be trying to save. And that's unfortunately what happened a lot. And so you have people doing these monstrous experiments because there is no empathy. It's all about what they perceive to be the greater good. I'm doing this for your own good, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's why we have things like the Hippocratic Oath now.
Didn't we have it back then?
Well, I guess in theory. But you know. It's hard as well because, like, from a really deconstructed point, sometimes you have to do. Oh, it's still annoying. Sometimes you have to do harm to do good. I mean, if I was going in for an operation, you know, the procedure would be horrific when you really think about it. You know, cutting someone open. And you know, even birth, like when you really think about like a cesarean, taking all of someone's organs out and then putting them all back in, seems pretty barbaric. But of course, you're doing it for the sake of the patient, for the good in the long term. So that's what they think they're doing. But then.
Well, so here's one of the things about Vampire that is a really exciting kind of narrative thing.
Yeah.
Is that the characters are paused, right? This
In
is the room
time.
that you...
Yeah.
They're in stasis. So Grout can't really...
He can't move on.
Yeah, he can't get better necessarily.
No. That's why he's stuck in, you know, the old ways.
Yeah.
Phrenology, which, you know,
You got to get those Frenons.
at a time when there is no other kind of academia around it. Sure, you're looking for anything. You're trying to advance the study. Interesting. So why not? If you can, it sounds possible that you could be able to feel the shape of someone's brain through their skull.
I mean, that checks out to me.
Or that a type of
behind
skull
you.
would
You've been in this
yeah,
room.
just checking out.
It's to your right. That one.
Like all of these things are because there was nothing else, and so it's all like science must move on. So I guess the idea of a scientist being kind of frozen in his own ways is
After decades
Kind of
of
malignant.
solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort, by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English. So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government, a rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction so that I may move more expeditiously toward a cure.
He's trying to cure vampirism, or
Yeah.
or whatever his wife is afflicted by.
What do you think his wife is afflicted by?
Well, he hasn't necessarily said that she is a vampire, but I guess if that's the thing he's studying, the skulls in the mirror.
Oh yeah, I didn't even say that.
This whole thing seems to be very Victorian, and there's lots of skulls hidden in Victorian paintings, in sculptures, because
right.
Memento Mori was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that you must always be aware that mortality is around the corner. Where to? Because I don't think there was anything in there for me
I think
to
there
grab.
was. I think you just missed it.
You
but
reckon?
also, I kind of tuned out for a second, so I haven't been exactly looking. Yeah, there's something to do with the
mirrors?
fireplace. I think first person will help you. I think.
It's bricked up.
Yeah.
Hang on. There was something. There we are. A mirror. 2A. Oh, fuck off. Are they too stunned to attack me?
Yeah,
Because I have
the
presence?
damage is so low that
It doesn't mean
it
anything.
doesn't break your armor, basically, or whatever.
My skin.
Yeah, your
Um,
soak, as this game calls it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
This is very, very fascinating in terms of, I guess, like all vampire themes. It's all about the theming of morality and things being twisted by the sense of not being able to evolve or move on. Like you said, this practitioner who's so obsessed with his way of doing things.
So this is the staircase. This is the library that you were in earlier.
Oh,
With
why am I stuck? Oh god,
Are you stuck?
I am stuck.
Can you jump out?
I'm
Crouch
trying.
out? Can you close that door then?
Yes, that's probably... There we are.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, with things that, no matter how noble...
There is something up here, by the way, so don't
know-
go straight down.
Yeah. Your intentions may be noble, but through time, I guess they are all warped and twisted.
Well, like, here's the thing. So, we Justin Achille, who we spoke to, talked
What a
about...
lovely man.
What a lovely man. Really great to, speak to him. Incredible man. I'll let you read that.
Chaos, like the mind, can be understood only through the scientific process. Order, however, is only as good as the perception thereof. Time is the key that links the two and bears witness their ebb and flow. Very interesting.
So while you sort through that, E should be to get off it. Yeah. Oh, okay.
No, you keep talking.
Okay.
I'll pull some of these levers.
All right. So Justin spoke about vampires being addicts, and that ultimately, like, the theme and tone of this game of Vampire the Masquerade as a whole is about addiction, and that all of these people are addicts and willing to justify their addiction no matter what. That they don't really, for all their posturing, for all everything. Hey, nice work. It doesn't mean anything because they're all addicts who are exploiting humans to feed their addiction. There's a thing behind you.
Yeah. Just having a look.
A little lad. Yeah.
I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old, more poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering.
How ironic.
No matter, for I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night. Damn it all, now I'm doing it too.
I mean, he's always been doing it. He's so caught up in this. I mean, like you said, the aesthetic of an asylum. It's not about what is good for the people inside, because he thinks they're just unwashed masses that exist for him to prove his theories and add to his own kind of academic success. Now, what opened? There was a bookshelf downstairs, which I should probably go down the latch.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, is he not too caught up in child's stories that the idea if you just take out half a brain, then all will be well?
Well, I mean, all of us are hypocrites.
But only some of us have taken the Hippocratic Oath. Sorry, I am quite a Malkavian.
Yeah. No,
it's like the John Mulaney, like... I love crazy people because they have an unlimited supply of crazy. And he's got the boss who, like, walks around going, I feel like a duck in all this wet.
Good lord.
And someone goes, ducklings. And he goes, oh, too old to be a duckling. Quack, quack. Okay, so that has what? Raised them? I can't really tell. I think so. Let's just flick it again and see what happens. I don't see any change, but that says open, so presumably I want something open. I'll just walk through. I don't know. Oh, there's something. I can't really tell what that is. Maybe if you were a bit more goth, you would have a clue what this thingy is.
You need a research skill of at least 4. You definitely have a research skill of at least 4.
Do.
That's weird.
I mean, I wish I was more goth. It looks like a horn. With
that's strange.
feathers.
You definitely should have the skills for that. You have a research of 5.
Yeah.
Can you pop Auspex for me and look at it?
Sure.
Oh, there it is. Okay, it just took a second. All right, never mind. You don't need to spend Auspex for it.
What is it? This heavy fang could only have belonged to a ferocious predatory beast. I feel at ease knowing there's one less of those in the world. Decreases my chance to frenzy. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Nice.
And this is just a button
There's a
game.
lever.
Yeah.
So I probably
just
need
navigate
to
your way
yeah,
through.
get to them and flick.
Yeah.
So-
It's just a lever flipping game.
Yeah, and that one has now become available to me.
Also, don't need to crouch through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I need to get through there, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't crouch. Oh, it's a lip. So I gotta figure out what to flick.
Yeah. It's just turning all of them on, Ellen. Just turning them all to open.
Yeah, but I have.
No, you haven't. You've missed 2.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I thought I got these. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Ooh. I guess it's that thing, I know my mum says it quite often to me and my brother. She goes, you know, you guys love talking so much. Why don't you just, like, you should be a politician, or, because we're both social justice kind of minded.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, well, why aren't you a politician? You know, you guys should be the ones kind of getting in there.
Go
I
the
have
other way.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
It was the other one in the main room that opened.
Yes. Yeah.
But it is kind of the thing of sometimes it's hard to do those jobs
Go right.
when you care.
That way. Left here. Beautiful. Sorry.
Well, sometimes the jobs, the people who get those jobs, get them specifically because they don't care. They're able to kind of...
No one in Australian politics, no one in federal government or even state government is there because they're not idealistic.
Yeah.
Everyone in Australian politics is pretty idealistic. There's no, like, people who are... And we kind of know that because the pay doesn't pay super well. No. So I think it's easier for people to be like, oh, it's, you know, it's easy to be kind of cold and unfeeling. But really what, you know, federal and state politics have is a bunch of idealists chomping at the bit, trying not to... you know, trying not to, and that to the cynical, you know, out there who might be like, no, they're all unfeeling, and no, a lot of them are really quite like zealous. They're just kind of bound by the.
But also, wouldn't you say that the people who did these kind of monstrosities they're idealistic?
Sure.
But they also believe that their ideals are more important than the lives of people. Is what I mean, kind of thing. If I was a Victorian...
oh, sorry, I thought you were just talking about why you didn't want to go into politics.
But it is kind of that thing of, like, I don't know that I can put my ideals above the lives of people or people's well-being. If those ideals serve for people's... the thing is, most of my ideals do kind of... I think that
we'll jump into this discussion more in the next episode. Because
Yes.
we're running out...
Oh, I can pause it.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you play it back again? You can?
I don't know, but we've got the text. I can just do the first
okay, cool,
line.
cool. Okay, great. All right. Well, we'll chat more in the next episode, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.